back to this laser series on my channel. I am incredibly excited today to talk to you guys about our BBL and Diode combo machine. This specific one is called the Arctic Blaze and it's a huge favorite of mine. I'm gonna skip the fluff and get straight to the point. I want to keep this video as short as possible because I know you have a million things going on and a very busy schedule. But basically I want us to talk about the BBL filters. So which filters do you use for which concerns? How deep do these filters actually go, and what are the nanometers that you require? Maybe you have a BBL machine or even an IPL machine. The technology is very much the same. BBL is a form of IPL. And then you can browse on this video and get the information hopefully that you need to make the best out of your treatments and utilize your machine to the best of its abilities as well. Okay guys, I want us to talk a little bit about our BBL today. I love my BBL. And I never thought I would be this in love with this treatment. So why I love the BBL is because it is hyper-focused IPL treatment. What does that mean? It means that it's more precise, therefore more controlled. And this particular device, the Arctic Blaze, has an amazing cooling ability, which really makes that the clients don't feel any discomfort during the treatment. There isn't any downtime, and it's slightly safer when I'm working on my high Fitzpatrick skin types. But obviously with training, we'll still make sure that you understand exactly who is who is a candidate for this treatment and who is not. Make sure that when you're doing BBL that you've got the appropriate optics. So the optics actually need to be displayed on your glasses themselves. So like this one says, IPL 200 to 1400 nanometers. Very important that you're using the right optics and that it's covering the range of wavelengths that you are about to work with. Then looking at our filters. So the filters with the BBL, with the Arctic Blaze, are the following. We have 480 all the way through to 690. And an easy way for you to remember which filters to use for which skin conditions is always going to be this. And this is what I always teach my students from the very get-go. So when we're looking at our epidermis, we're looking at our superficial skin concerns. So acne, pigmentation. I'm going to make this super quick because I'm making this for Instagram and they're going to not let me use this post if I make it too long. So, okay, so epidermis is surface. My stratum corneum is my barrier function. My bottom of my epidermis is my basal layer. That's my pigmentation layer. A lot of your pigmentation is actually really focused on that layer of the skin. Then after my epidermis, so acne, inflammatory conditions, pigmentation. Then when I hit the bottom of my epidermis, I've got my basal layer. Like I said, that's very much a pigmentation layer. And I start reaching on my papillary dermal layer. My papillary dermal layer is very much my anti-aging layer. In microneedling, I teach you guys that is the moment you get your pinpoint bleeding, you've hit your anti-aging layer. Okay, so if I scratch, when I start to bleed, that's when I've hit my papillary dermal layer. Papillary dermal layer is permanent makeup, pigment placement, and in anti-aging, that is where we want to be targeting. Then we've got our reticular dermal layer thereafter. What's in the reticular dermal layer? That's when I'm treating scar tissue, enlarged pores, stretch marks, and severe wrinkles. What's a severe wrinkle? It is a wrinkle that is more than 2 millimeters deep when the wrinkle is static. So when your skin is relaxed, there's no expression being pulled. If the wrinkle still serves at about 2 millimeters deep, it's what we classify as a severe wrinkle. That's when Botox and fillers and those things come into play. Okay, so which filters where? Trying to talk really fast, as you can see. Okay. So I've got my 490 filter, that's my most superficial filter. So that's going to be for acne and inflammatory conditions. So mostly anything that you want to be very gentle with on the surface of the skin, but so effective for acne. As you can see, my skin is so nice and clear. Okay, then we've got our pigmentation layer. So pigmentation layer, so the bottom of my epidermis, my basal layer, that's how I reach it with my 530 nanometer. So that's your general pigmentation like sun damage, age spots, freckles, etc. Okay, then my next filter is my deeper pigmentation. So that's when I start dealing with melasma, is my 590 nanometer filter. So that's going to start reaching into my papillary dermal layer now. Okay, so top of my papillary dermal layer, bottom of my epidermis. Okay, so acne, general pigmentation, deeper pigmentation, start of anti-aging. Okay, then I've also got my 640 nanometer, which is my deeper anti-aging. So that's general anti-aging. If your client is coming in for anti-aging, that's generally the filter that you're going to be picking up. And then I've got my 690, which is my more reticular dermal layer concern. So that's going to be my enlarged pores, my stretch marks, my severe lines and wrinkles. Okay, with this particular BBL, you are able to do 2 to 3 passes. So just one last note, and I'm going to call it for this video. But basically, I am able to do acne and pigmentation. So I first do acne, and then I pick up the pigmentation filter and do that. Or I can do pigmentation for superficial pigmentation and then pick up my melasma pigmentation filter. Or I can do my pigmentation and anti-aging. So it's really nice that you've got so much to play with when you're looking at this particular BBL machine. Thank you so much for watching. We do ship these machines worldwide, so if you've got any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. I love learning, and I would love to make you any video that you know you will benefit from. So if you want to see procedure videos, if you want to see demonstrations, if you need more information about something, please drop it in the comments. I'll gladly make that video.